Morning, everyone. This podcast needs no introduction. You know where we're at. You tuned in. We've been here before. But I welcome you all to another show. Let me get into this topic quickly and briefly about evolution. Are we evolving? What does it even look like? Whether it's moving to a new home, a bit of an upgrade, evolving our modes of transportation, a new hairstyle can be a form of evolution or evolving. Those are physical things and material things as well. But the evolution of us, how are we succeeding with that? In this realm, this rock that we're on, with life's distractions and inconveniences and unfortunate realities at times, we are not allowed to focus on ourselves. Growing up as youngsters, we are told that we're focusing on ourselves. It is selfish. And it can be. There's a proper balance when it comes to selfish. But are we taking the time for ourselves to evolve ourselves into better human beings every day, every hour, every second? When everything around us shows a de-evaluation or a devolving, not everybody is like us. That's true. And the society that we live in is geared toward those that are like-minded, to follow the leader, the go along, get along game. Where does that put us? On the outside. And that's the best place to be. Because the evolution of our mind through knowledge and understanding of where we're at in this place and time is better suited for ones like us. We don't have to get caught up in the hustle and bustle of what this world wants us to be and become. Entertainers simply designed and put in place for one thing: to entertain. They're only there to entertain you. So while you're sitting back and eating your snacks, your bread and your circus is what they give you. Meanwhile, some of the items that they're entertaining from are entertaining us with. The things they have, you'd be surprised. Those things is all part of the entertainment aspect. As those items that they claim that they have are simply put in place to deceive. And with that deception, we feel that in order to achieve and attain those things, those worldly desires and worldly matters, we must be like those entertainers. Daily, getting fooled, and masses getting fooled into believing that that is what it means to be successful. I'm all for us taking care of ourselves, being better than the next day. But the way this rock has designed things and set things up in such a way as the only means of being successful, it's fool's gold. You're literally running around in a hamster wheel to try to get items that belong to this world. But we have to live in this world. We have to be here. So we do consume some of these things. We partake, but don't get attached. We review but we have an open mind, we sometimes inadvertently attach, but we are able to detach. And as you go through life, once you recognize those things, that's when the evolving really starts to take hold. Mind, body, and soul evolution is very important. It's scary for many. Put up a couple of posts on an app, not through the course of many days, of positivity and inspiration, of course, evolving ourselves. I got a response saying that I'm a scary individual. My reply was asking if that was a good or bad thing. Of course, with the LOL at the end of it. Evolution for others around can be scary. Those that are observing, when they see that the individuals like us, we're not from the same plane. We're in another time and space. Ones that I speak with mention that this realm where we're at doesn't feel like we belong. And I feel those words because once you raise yourself to a higher standard, once you begin to start understanding yourself, starting with your inside and then looking out, you start to realize how this society is really crumbling. But as we're here and we teach and we instruct, and it's not even verbally teaching and instructing, sure, we are going to do those because we have a lot of knowledge that we've attained. But by our actions and our modesty, we are the ones that are showing that we're just different or special. And a select group of individuals like us that are not allowing ourselves to get caught up. And honestly, it will happen. Sometimes you get caught up because there are always new tricks being played every day. Because there are ones that know that we're functioning at a higher vibration. You ever realize that things that used to bug you and bother you and irritate you no longer have an effect? You ever realize that those individuals that used to always come around and want to make sure they can lower your vibration to theirs, they're not even relevant anymore. In fact, they're irrelevant. That's when you know that you're evolving. The little games and the gimmicks and the shows that individuals try to put on and think they're doing it at our expense, not realizing that we're not even fazed by it. And looks back at them, and they're the ones looking back. They're looking terrible because our evolution is made manifest by our works and how we're presenting ourselves, how we treat people. You notice your circle begins to get smaller because at the time, in the beginning, you didn't understand or recognize your purpose. But as you start to establish yourself and evolve yourself and understand yourself, and you recognize and you see the crystal clear reality of your purpose, then things begin to align. I was asked a question one time, what is the meaning of life? Share this with my students. And I said to my students that I responded to the individual, well, in order to find the meaning of life, you first have to understand your purpose. And once you understand your purpose in life, then you understand your meaning. And then you understand the proper courses of action that are recommended for you to take for you. And that leads into your evolution. Fortunately and unfortunately, we have an evolvement within this realm. And that's fine. Every day is a brand new learning experience. Don't be afraid to break away. Don't be afraid to step aside. Because stepping aside and stepping away sometimes allows you to get a better view and a clearer picture. But suppose you don't step aside and step away. It doesn't mean that we won't have a clear picture of what's going on. A lot of times, it means that we do have a very clear picture of what's going on. But again, back to that higher vibrational level that we're functioning with, it's not even affecting us. Some will term it just going in or just being there just for the bag and getting out. And that's what this life has become. Get in and get out. Get in and get out unscathed. The evolution of us is a very important topic and very often overlooked. Because the programming that we received as youngsters did not allow for evolution to evolve our minds. Being taught in such a way that sometimes doesn't allow further exploration. With my students, I encourage further explanation. You don't have to take my word for it. Dig deeper. In fact, let's all dig deeper. There's even moments in class we'll look it up together. Let's find these answers. On top of a lesson plan that I have put together with a wealth of information. Due to my evolution, due to my evolving, but still learning and still humbling myself. Be part of evolution when you're evolving. You still have to be humble. You still got to keep learning because no one likes to feel that you're better than them. And that's not what we're doing. And you know, no matter how we present ourselves, humbly, still learning, modestly, those functioning at a lower level will still be offended with us. Because we're somewhere that they can't get or they feel they can't get. But they can get there. It's just going to take some deprogramming so they can evolve. And they can receive the full benefits and the fruits of the rewards of the evolution as we have. We enjoy our rewards every day in the form of learning experiences and certifying ourselves in this rock and realm that we live on.